We're doing a recording.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're live. We're live right now.
Live on what?
Just the computer. But this will go on YouTube.
Okay, so we're not.
No, we're just getting the feeling of the crowd and everyone, our listeners.
We're live right now?
Yeah, this is going to go on. But we're just... What a great moment.
I remember as a kid being nervous. He like fall down.
All right, so there we go. So we just want to welcome everyone to. We're trying something new today, Ruben. This is going the distance, the Rocky series podcast.
Yeah, that's not new.
That's not new. This show is not new, but the way we're doing it today, and you're going to see this on YouTube and on our Facebook page. This video, it's not really much different than what we've usually done. We're still filming live without a studio audience, so there won't be any editing. We're going to have a lot of ums and ahs still, but the beauty is you're going to see what we see on the screen. So you're going to be able to see Rocky IV as we talk about Rocky IV. So we're
That's
gonna
the beauty part.
That's the good part, not us.
No.
There's nothing to see here, folks. Just going to double check. See, this is our first time. Just make sure we are recording. Yes, we are. Okay. All right. So, tricky. Okay, so Ruben, what we're going to do is we're going to watch Rocky IV. And I think today our goal is to finish Rocky IV. It's really just the final fight. And
let's see if we can go the distance.
See if we can go the distance. It's really half an hour left of this movie. All right, well, maybe we won't finish Rocky IV. I think we will. All right, here we go.
Hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas from a very unusual place. We're in Moscow, in the Soviet Union. I'm Barry Tompkins, along with Al Bandura.
Would you want to go to Moscow?
To be the most watched event in boxing history.
No, I don't. Well, I wouldn't mind going to Moscow, but there's other places I'd like to visit before I end up going there.
Uh-huh.
You?
Do you think there's like a Drago impersonator there, like Mike Kunda?
Oh, yeah.
You know, showing around the
It'd be like Mikhail Kazunga is the official Drago impersonator. It's just him sitting in a bar with a vodka talking about the glory days of when he fought Rocky Balboa. So we've got the Iron Horse from America, Rocky Balboa, versus... Oops. He's still alive. There we go.
Iron Horse from America, Rocky Balboa.
There's the Russian translators. Italy, USSR, Japan. They're all there, you know.
It's a world event.
Yeah, it is.
Has been re-nicknamed Death.
I'll turn this down a bit. There you go. So Drago was nicknamed the Death from Above.
Oh, interesting. There's a band called Death from Above.
What was there? Look, so this is a Christmas movie. Have you noticed that? This is Christmas Day. They had a Christmas tree. So there's a Christmas tree here.
Sure.
But it's in Russia. So did Rocky's crew put the Christmas tree up?
The decorations? Was it on their luggage?
Yeah, somebody brought it. Maybe it was Paulie. So this crowd is really, really into this right now. First off, check out this guy's hair.
I was noticing that. It's like a white man fro. You know, there's like this body to it that's uniform on the side and the top. It's like more of a helmet.
It's like a Lego head.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. I like this. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
So this is I missed his title there. Sorry, one sec. What was his title?
Whose?
This Russian general. They gave him a title here. The General Secretary of the Soviet and other members of the Politburo have made their way to the seats high above the ring. So that's supposed to kind of look like a Mikhail Gorbachev, but he's not the president of Russia.
Sure.
So he's not the president of Russia. Oh, here's a really special moment here.
But they're given the flavor.
So Paulie's got the American flag draped around his shoulder, and he's admitting that he says stupid things sometimes.
That ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you. You're real hot, Rock.
When was the last time my man kissed you like that?
So Paulie just kissed Rocky and said, I'm sorry if the audio was bad there. We do have the subtitles on for our watchers of this video, but maybe for our listeners, I'm going to have to insert some video audio. But basically here, Paulie was just saying, this is the part where he's saying, He loves Rocky. He says stupid things. He knows that people would have dropped him. Previous people would have dropped the bum.
Yeah.
And that's actually true. I like how Paulie at least recognizes that other people
It's good to be self-aware.
That is self-aware.
Yeah.
And of course, this is set up a comedic moment coming up. Do you remember?
I think it's a little, I'm a little rusty.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You'll see it when it happens. But this is a very tender moment. We've seen Paulie really stripped down and saying, "Hey, I love you, Rock," and he gives him that man kiss. And I is it because he's Italian they can do that?
You know, I have some friends that are Italian, and his father was visiting, and he kept on calling his dad Papa. Hey, Papa.
Really?
It was quite endearing, actually. Like, that's adorable.
Yeah, we don't call our dad Papa.
No.
And have you ever kissed a friend, like a man friend? I love you, and you give him a kiss.
If I have, I've really just repressed it.
And of course, Adrian there was very very touched by this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paulio. These I don't know who did the captions. This is a illegally downloaded video with subtitles. I do own these for the record. MGM or United Artists. I own this video. It's just easier to have it on my computer. I don't know how to stream. I don't know how to rip DVDs. Anyways, all right. Paulio.
Now blast this guy's teeth out.
I'll try. Now he said this to Tony last time, that he would try to beat Drago. So this is the theme that he has in the last couple episodes. He's gonna try. So now the crowd is, booing him.
I like how it's military crowd.
Yeah, there's a lot of military. One of the fighters. I wonder if it's Rocky. The boo.
Yeah.
This duel is on pure hatred. Rocky's face absolutely like stone. He is a picture of concentration, and the booing crowd here does not seem to bother him one bit.
I'm sure it bothers him a little bit. I love how he gives a stare down there to the Russian leader. Like, he kind of knows those are the big wigs up there, and he kind of gives him, like, a stare down.
Well, the fight is bigger than him against Drago. He's fighting for America.
That's right, he's fighting for America. Now check out this scene, Ruben. So, this takes place on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Now, this might be early in the morning. I'm a little confused by the Russian time zone. I'm not sure when the fight's taking place.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding is that if this is Christmas night in Philadelphia, it's like 9 a.m.-ish in Russia. So I think the fight's probably taking later. So I think they're probably up late. I think it's probably not Christmas morning. It's probably Christmas even 3 in the morning.
Why didn't he bring his boy with him?
We don't know. Well, it's not. Would you want to take your kid to that cabin in the woods?
Yeah.
For 6 weeks?
Sure. Someone's watching the kid.
I don't know. I think he's probably more comfortable here. Now, he says here to his friends. Now, his friends have...
Who's watching?
I don't know. Well, the robot.
Cisco is watching.
Seiko.
Oh, sorry. Cisco. Sorry, Cisco's the thong song guy.
So check this out. I'll use my mouse here. So we got boxing gloves on the robot.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
I did not.
And he's got a candy cane or something in his hand. So he's got boxing gloves. They got him decked out in the beard and
his eyes are looks like snowflakes.
Yeah, for sure. And Rocky Jr. has a couple friends over. So these kids they're not at their parents' house. So I think this was probably Christmas night. So they've already opened up their gifts.
Yeah.
You can see a bike here. So it looks like Rocky Jr. got another bike for Christmas. So they say, he goes, "That's my dad." And then they say, "We know we're not. What do you think we are, nerds?" But wouldn't they be nerds if they knew? So,
well, I think back in the 80s, nerds weren't cool. Now it's...
Oh, the nerds rule the world, man.
Yeah.
Listen to this crowd. It sounds insane.
So look at this. Look at the face of Rocky Jr. here when he gets called out.
That's my dad.
He looks totally dejected.
What do you think we are, nerds?
Oh.
Look at that. Look, he got...
Yeah. The sadness in his face.
He got totally called out by his friend, and he's like, I just want to have some friends, and he just loves it. So these two guys, they're in on ragging on, and then Seiko in the background even noticed too. I think he might punch. I don't know.
So
Listen to this crowd. It sounds insane.
All right, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
it's off topic.
Okay.
But when we were kids, what would we have said in that moment?
What do you think we are, idiots?
Well, no. If that
those
was said,
our dad?
no. If
Sorry,
if
yeah.
I said that to you,
Right.
what would you have said to me?
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
You would have said, "Yeah."
Oh, our audience doesn't know that.
Yeah, well, no.
For our 3 family members that listen, they'll know that reference. So the crowd is very much not happy with this right now. Now the crowd just turned down a little bit so we can keep talking. We'll just talk over the intros here. Nothing really going on here. So Ivan Drago's now entering, and there's a really cool music. Maybe I'll just turn up for the music part with Drago's entrance right here. He's looking around. I love that. Soaking in the energy.
Yeah.
It's great. Vince DiCola soundtrack. There's the Drago entrance. You gotta assume the whole crowd's hearing that music. Guy's smoking. Okay, so Drago's making his way. This is a great entrance. I mean, that's a great. And Drago and Rocky staring each other down. These two are out for blood, revenge. Now remember, this final fight sequence was filmed in our neck of the woods, Vancouver, British Columbia.
Was that BC Place?
Not BC Place, the Peony, not Coliseum, but the little venue.
Oh, okay.
What's it called? The smaller
Peony Forum?
the Peony Forum, whatever.
Yeah, actually
Yeah.
another boxing match filmed was there. Trivia for you.
What's that?
I think Pluto Nash with Owen Wilson, Eddie Murphy.
Oh wow,
Our brother Jason did work security at it.
nice. Yeah, you do. I think we actually mentioned that before. We've mentioned this before,
okay,
so 'cause
okay.
you've told me that before. But for our first-time watchers, and listeners, now look at Sly's build here. Look at that. It's not bad for 41, 42. And Dolph Lundgren's about 28 here, I believe.
Wow.
So it's about a 15-year difference between these two. Oh, Russian anthem. Shh. I love this big Drago artwork.
Somebody really painted it though.
Somebody painted
that's
it.
real. Someone's.
That's a great likeness, too. Look at that barrel chest. And he's looking at it, yeah. That's me.
What is the war with their faces?
Vaseline, remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
Vaseline, sweat. But they got Vaseline on their face so that the skin doesn't tear.
When I was a kid, I used to think that the more muscular you were, your hairs would
Go away? Pop off?
Yeah, pop in, like recede inside.
Oh, wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, it makes sense because everyone that's chiseled has no
Like,
hair.
like it would.
You see Paulie there? He was holding the flag. He's clutching to the flag because, he's a little fearful, but he's holding the American flag.
Yeah, security blanket.
Security blanket with the American flag. So the crowd is definitely into this match here. I mean, there is some real excitement in the air here.
I like how they start off in English.
They are just they almost don't look natural.
No,
They're-
that isn't natural.
Such a hostile crowd, eh?
Oh,
They're just. I've seen some more hostile crowds in UFC fights than this one. I'll tell you that much. But just almost looks like
the high waistband. It goes over their belly button.
is that what looks weird?
Yeah, to me, it does.
So here we go with the instructions. We'll listen to this.
It's an unbelievable sight to see. They're toe-to-toe. The Russian towers above the American. It's a true case of David and Goliath here.
Looks like a mannequin.
Yeah.
The condition of both men, but the
I must break you. You know what it says back there about wanting to be you? Yeah. Forget it.
All right, so there's the joke.
There's the joke. Yes, yes.
Paulie couldn't hang on to that.
I thought there was something closer sooner.
No, it Yeah, a big setup for later, eh? Like.
Yeah.
So that's about a 7-minute intro. So it's quite the big entrance to this final fight.
For such a short movie.
And they played the whole Russian anthem. This movie is just full of songs. Even you've got Burning Heart. Robert Tepper's No Easy Way Out.
And there isn't.
And then you have the montage before, Burning Heart, and then after Burning Heart is just the musical montage. Then you got the Russian anthem. Then you have Eye of the Tiger at the beginning. Out, buddy, out. Get out. Out. It's not in here. Sorry, that's just my son wanting an iPad. Anyway, so you got about 4 or 5 different songs in this film.
Yeah. It's quite the soundtrack.
Yeah. So Paulie says, forget it, I don't want to be you. I love how we're going to turn down a little bit, obviously, for this. So we'll talk through the match because there's so much that goes on. And here's Tony. Tony had very little to do with the actual training out here in Russia. Kyle and I talked about that. And basically, his only advice has been no pain. Like, any thoughts on that kind of advice to...
Well...
So here we go. So we got Dolph or Drago just throwing these punches in. It's actually kind of funny to watch this fight compared to the Creed 1 and 2 fighting sequences.
By the way, I've been meaning to mention that in the first one for Creed 2.
Okay.
Some of it looks CGI.
Really?
Yeah.
The fighting?
Yeah. I've been meaning to bring that up.
Does any one of our listeners want to speak to that? Ruben feels that some of the fight sequences might have been some... You talking about the crowd or the actual...
The actual fighting between the
Interesting.
people. Yeah.
Maybe it's so high def. I don't know. I don't know. So here's Rocky just going to the body, going to the midsection. And it says here, he's hit him with everything that he's got. And Drago's like, come on, give me more.
They really make him look so small.
Oh, here we go. Drago now... Boy, with the sound down a little bit, it's actually... You can see how they're holding the punches back a little bit. You can kind of see, and you have to, but you can kind of see how the punches are being held back a little bit. But can you imagine that if you saw this fight for real, like on some sort of pay-per-view, just how crazy it would look with those kind of punches being thrown and guys being thrown around?
Looks a little WWF.
Yeah.
Or WWE now, I guess.
So the champ is down. They referred to him as the champ, but I believe his title was stripped before he got to this fight.
I think it's more of like a term of endearment.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not the champ. There's once a champ, always a champ. That's right. Yeah. So Drago is just making mincemeat of Rocky here in the first round. We can only help but feel as a viewer that Rocky is in over his head, that he is in deep trouble with this match. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
So the announcer says here that Rocky's just trying to get through the first round. And that's true. If you can... Oh! Some shenanigans here. And look at this. Look at Sly's face there. Like, oh, how could you do that? How could you throw me?
He's playing dirty.
Yeah. So it's a tough 3 minutes for Rocky. And Drago appears to be invincible, and the crowd is hostile. You could argue that it's just the odds are stacked against our hero, Rocky.
Yes. How's he going to do it?
So, of course, Tony asks what's happening out there. Rocky says he's winning, and then he sees 3 of them. So he's already got blurred vision.
Yeah. How long would you last?
Oh.
Assuming no shots to the head, so no, a knockout.
Yeah. Well, first we'll against Drago?
Yeah.
Oh, I would be dead in 1 second. I can't take a punch.
No, not in the head, but just the rib cage.
That would hurt.
That would hurt.
It would wind me. I mean, you get one shot. Yeah. You feel your lungs collapse or something. No, I'd be dead meat.
Yeah.
To quote Clubber Lang.
Quote him.
Dead meat.
There you go.
So now already Tony's given the instructions, take his heart, and if you hurt him, take his heart. Then you'll take his heart or something like that. So what? So we're already kind of like grabbing for those Rocky tropes a little bit early. That take the heart of the opponent. But Drago at this moment, I don't think he really has a heart, and I don't think that's his weakness is just his brutality. Maybe. We'll see what happens.
He's a machine.
He's a machine. And just previously here, Drago's trainer was telling Drago that Rocky is weak. Small and weak. You got him. Take care of him. Okay. And Tony's like, take his heart. There's the no pain. No pain. Take his heart. Keep working. All right, here we go. Round 2, boys and girls. I love Rocky's... Look at his... Does any boxer really kind of do that? Kind of... It's an odd blocking choice. He really doesn't put his hand... Like, I'm not a big boxing watcher, but...
It doesn't come across as this is a professional boxer.
No. So he's trying that reach. You know, you can see Rocky here. He's flying up in the air trying to get that hit in. Oh, he's got one in there.
Yeah.
And now we got Drago just tossing Rocky. Just tossing him like a rag doll. Adrian screams out Rocky. She's getting scared. He goes down again. But Rocky comes right back up. He bounces right back up, says the announcer, of course. And Paulie's already worried that Rocky's getting killed. And now the trainer's giving that instruction, whatever that Russian instruction, to lay it down. Do
you think he's really Russian?
No. No. Jajashkaya! So Rocky's cut now. Drago's just pounding on him. Oh! You got a punch in. This is reminiscent of when Rocky fought Apollo in Rocky 1, where he knocked Apollo down for the first time in his career early in the fight. We kind of had this here. The Siberian Express, or the Siberian train, Drago.
I always love the blood.
Yeah, a lot of blood flying around. Kids are loving it. Seagull's loving it. Here we go. We see now, we're starting to feel a little bit hopeful here that Rocky's not quite in trouble.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking of WWF.
There we go. All right. Look at Tony and that guy in the back. I gotta go back, guys. Check this out. Check out Tony and the other Russian trainer in the back, just brawling. Right here. Look at this. I've never. I'm doing it one more time. I have never noticed that they're really going at it.
Holy cow!
He threw him down. That's have you ever noticed that?
No.
I'm sure we're gonna have people who say, "Oh, yeah, I noticed."
Yeah.
But they were really throwing it down. Oh, I love this that we can see that and show the audience what we're talking about. So now they're mad at him that that he got cut, that he got hurt. The idea that they would think that Rocky couldn't hurt him is a little bit naive on their part. He is still a champion of the world. And now we got the juxtaposition where he's saying he's not human. He's like a piece of iron, says Drago. Whereas the other side, Tony's telling him, look, he's not a machine, he's a man. You can hurt this guy. So now we got the no pain. No pain. Would that work for you if someone just told you don't feel pain as you're being punched in the face?
No. If I was getting punched in the face, I don't think I'd be listening to anybody.
Alright, so here we go. The music cue kicks in. I believe this piece by Vince DiCola is called War. I think.
What is it good for?
War, what is it good for? And it's our classic Rocky montage as the rounds go on, the punches are thrown. We don't quite know who's winning points-wise.
Drago's
happy with that round.
His bangs are starting to come down.
Yeah, the spike hair is coming down a little bit.
We're back up in this fight here.
Oh, big punch. So the crowd is just into this. Adrian's by herself, the only fan of Rocky in the crowd. That might change. So Rocky's gone down about, what, 6-7 times?
Well, at least.
And I guess in Russia, they don't stop fights if you get knocked down.
Look at his bangs are back down.
Yep.
Let's see if they go back up.
So Rocky's still giving it. Paulie's doing that old Tony Burton bald head rub there. That's a famous GIF or GIF that's on the internet.
Blood's dripping down. It's GIF.
So Drago's cut. He's bleeding. He's got you see he's got a little bit of fear and I can't believe this guy's doing what he's doing to me. Look in his face.
Yeah. His gel is not holding up.
Look how short Drago's shorts are, though. His trunks. They are quite short.
Well, Russia's always a little behind on style.
That's right. So round 8.
The blood dripping on the face looks awesome.
Oh, excuse me for yawning. It's late. So we got the classic scene there of Rocky literally, I'm just going to show you that again, room. Literally blocking the punches with his head. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Just taking the punches to the head. Oh, man. Now Rocky's going for the body because he can reach that part. Here's that slow motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, Ruben and I are just watching. We're just watching like you guys.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, hey, this is okay. For the audio version, I get to delete those pauses, but for the video version,
The kids at home punch. Because I remember being about that age. So I'm
Yeah, let's go back to
about
we missed the kids getting all excited.
about the kids' age in real life. So watching this, I could really relate to that. You know, like
Yeah, like that's your dad out there throwing
Yeah.
punches. Can you imagine like our dad in a ring throwing punches against a?
Well, you know what? I wouldn't put it past that. If he was a boxer,
Yeah, he's tough.
He's a tough cookie.
Sorry, I might have gone back a little bit too far, but there they are. There's kids just loving it.
Cisco was moving his arms.
Oh, was he?
Cisco.
Seiko.
Sorry,
Seiko.
I was saying Cisco.
Seiko was moving his arms, of course. He was into it. So I love how Seiko, we talk about this, how he's able to take in the. So he's watching
He's
the
like
box.
AI.
He's
yeah.
totally not. He's a real intelligence. He's
Sure,
watching the
yeah.
box match. He knows that he's voting for Rocky as owner.
Yeah.
All right. More spitting, snarling. And they're Rocky's actually saying, "Let's go, let's do the next round." So Rocky's getting like that second and third win.
He's got the eye of the tiger.
Eye of the tiger, man.
Oh, he's down again.
So now we got here a few cheers now for Balboa. Suddenly Moscow is pro Rocky. Now, would this ever really happen in any country? Like I watch
to flip that quickly is pretty unlikely.
See, I watch hockey, and right now it was the World Junior Hockey, right? I don't know where they're being held right now, the hockey tournament, but everyone has their own countries.
Sure.
So we're Canada.
True.
Let's pretend we're watching our Canadian team play, and they're playing. Let's just say for poops and giggles, they're playing Russia.
Sure.
And let's say Russia was the odds favorite to lose.
Okay.
Russia was not the favorite. Canada, as they usually are, was the
I
favorite.
follow you.
So
And
Russia
then I start cheering for the other country.
But I mean, what scenario would you, even if you saw Russia working hard, and maybe even getting ahead a little bit, and like they tie the game, if there's 10 minutes to go?
Well, I think it's the underlining part that this movie plays, or this fight plays. That
America's all good.
America's all good. They're now seeing
How good America
is.
Yeah, they're altruistic good, not just. But they're the country and the type of people that you should be like.
That your dreams can happen.
Yeah, but here's the thing: their soldier and athlete is losing, or starting to lose. Instead of cheering him on and think, "You've got to come on,"
Because they don't believe in their motherland.
But they're abandoned.
Deep
It's almost
down.
like it's called the Bronx cheer. Meaning they're cheering for Rocky almost as a screw you to Drago. So I know it's
They're dissatisfied with Mother Russia.
I know it's designed for us as an audience to be like, oh, Rocky's
Sure,
not
yeah.
alone. He's got his support.
Yeah.
But you can only imagine what this does to Drago. That his country is literally mid-fight turned their back on him.
Yeah.
Why can't he go the distance? There's no. Anyways,
We learn that that's what his country did.
Yes, in Creed 2, we do find out that is exactly what happened. That both his wife, his country, abandoned him.
Yeah.
And you actually start to feel. There's scenes coming up here where you actually. Dolph does a good job as a young 28-year-old first-time actor, kind of expressing a broken man at the end. That he's truly broken. That you don't find glee in his loss. Oh, we still got the no pain. I guess it's working.
Yeah.
The music keeps going. Their muscles are just unnatural physique, especially Dolph. He's just almost like a triangle.
I know.
Boy, Rocky is just getting pulverized there. I love how Tony throws the water in that guy's face, and then he throws it in Rocky's face.
Emotions are high.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Why did he throw the water into Rocky's face?
Cool him down.
I
I
guess.
don't know.
So one more round.
Oh,
So
the Russian leaders are looking worried.
Oh, look at this guy here. What's his?
He's gonna tell somebody.
What's his? Like who's he pointing at? Is he pointing at the trainer? So look at this guy here. He's like, now's the time you tell Drago to kill him. Like is he speaking to the trainers? Are they looking up at this moment to get the instruction? Is he telling the guards to arrest Drago after the?
Sure.
But this was filmed and there was direction given to this guy. I wonder what his direction was to be told. Hey, who are you talking to? He might be directing somebody to the bathroom.
Yeah, perhaps. All your
Oh,
love.
yeah,
all
let's
your
go back,
love.
Let's go back. Let's listen to this.
Don't stop it now. You started, you don't stop. All your strength, all your power, all your love, everything you got.
Great part coming up here. All right.
You gotta punch and punch. You can't punch no more.
It is a good scene, that
That's
part
great.
there.
It's a great little sequence there. Of,
You gotta humanize him.
That's a great shot of Drago picking up that guy. And I know we made a picture on our Facebook page of that shot. Look at that. There you go. Look at that shot there. Now, can we see how he's being hung in the air? Oh, stop, mouse. You see where
movie magic.
I know. I'm just trying to find the wire or where he's getting. Maybe like. Here's the mouse. Maybe there's right here. It must be something right here.
Or no, it's just the strength.
Yeah. Well, look at the
definition
Yeah.
there. It's crazy.
Does your arm look like that, Ruben?
No.
Oh, that's great. All right. Here we go. That's a great part there. Drago actually says to the end. I think we're seeing a little bit of respect that Drago has for Rocky there.
I always like how in American movies the foreigners always know enough English.
They just know enough English.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Can you imagine taking these kind of punches after 15 rounds and still standing? So Rocky was told by Tony that the only way you got to beat this guy is you got to knock him out.
Oh,
yeah, good job.
yeah.
Well, look at Sly there. He's just growling. Come on, fight. Look at that.
Your punches give you power.
That's right. He's hulking up. Drago's telling him to come in and fight. They both want to knock the other one out. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
There's another bald head rub by Paulie. And there you go, chopping the Russian down. Kyle mentioned this, that Rocky was chopping down trees in the training montage. Now he's chopping the Russian down. So that's the foreshadow coming to fruition there. Okay, this is just back and forth.
Maybe a John G. Elverson thing. Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
That's right.
Yeah.
Always told again. Oh, this forget technique, forget strategy. This is just a street fight. Another foreshadow to Rocky 5, where we do see a street fight. So this is when you really watch this fight, it's pretty amazing just how many punches they're throwing and how they're just pulverizing each other. Oh, here we go. The music kicks in. We know that the knockout punch is coming. There we go. A couple more. There we go. And there's Adrian. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. Oh, the beast goes down. And Rocky wants more. He wants to... Let me at him. Let me splat him. Oh, check this out, Rube. I don't know if you noticed this. So they got the guys filming the film on these angles. So you see this guy, we're coming up right here. Right here, see? That's a real, that's the guy with the camera.
Oh, wow.
The movie film. That's how they're getting these shots, those shots there close to the ring.
Hilarious.
Some of those cameras are actual cameras. They've done it in all the movies. You can catch them ringside, the actual cameras.
Yeah,
See?
yeah. Hilarious.
I always kind of like that Rocky spin around that he does here. Watch that. When he gets the win, he does a little 360. Watch. The little whoop. So as per Rocky films, everybody jams packs in the ring. And who lifts him there? Is that Tony or Paulie that lifts Rocky? It is Tony, of course. And now, check out this video, shot here, Rube. The ref holding Drago, like, coming up right. Look at this.
It's very, very intimate.
It is. It's like the ref is, kudos to the ref.
Oh yeah,
He's really concerned for Drago.
Sure, yeah. He's a professional.
Imagine if we had the same concern for Apollo after he was on the canvas. Maybe he wouldn't be dead.
Perhaps not.
There was nobody holding.
Lessons were learned.
Lessons were learned. Okay, that's fair. This did take place after that fight. Oh, there's the flag. They're in Harvey Keitel. He's not happy. Kids are happy. Rocky's happy. The crowd just loves Rocky now. So look at this. We've got Russian audience members, Ruben, in the ring.
It's hilarious.
Like,
they're part of it.
Look at that.
Good metaphor for life there.
Is that a good metaphor?
Sure. Nobody's there when you're toiling away. Everybody's booing at you, but the moment you win, yeah, we're there for you.
Yeah,
we're on your side.
Yeah, pro America.
Yeah, and if you lose, you're nothing.
Yeah, there's the crowd. Everyone's just cheering. And Drago, see right here, this part here, you kind of feel bad for Drago. He can't even stand up. What do you think? Like, that's actually...
Probably questioning his life choices there.
Well, look at his arm here.
That's someone's hand on his
Oh,
arm.
I see it now. I was going to say, what happened to his arm? Scene. All right. But I actually feel like Drago's beaten.
Yeah.
Look at this kid here.
Who's he?
Who is this kid? Are you listening to the show right now, buddy? Come talk to us. Adrian's come in. Look how happy Paulie is, eh? Like, he's truly just so happy. And he's got his hand on Adrian's back there.
Hopefully right now isn't where Paulie wants to be Rocky.
Yeah. Okay, so right now, Lamilla is making plans for her escape.
Sure, yeah.
From Drago's life. She's like, ugh. But the child they had together, Victor Drago, I think he's only about anywhere between 25 and 30. And this film took place 33 years ago. So they had a kid together 3 to 5 years after the events of Rocky IV. So they stayed together long enough to have the child and for her to abandon the child. So they did have a kid together. But she's now kind of formulating...
Yeah, you see the chinks in the armor.
Yeah. Maybe this guy here, he's like, oh, I might have a chance with her.
Well.
Oh, here we go. Big speech. Everyone quiet.
Спасибо большое.
Look at Paulie. Look how happy he is. Look at that.
No.
I came here tonight.
Let's get the watch.
I didn't know what to expect.
Когда я вышел этим вечером на этот ринг,
I seen a lot of people hating me, and I didn't know what to feel about that, so
I'm watching
I guess I
Paulie.
didn't like you much, none either.
я думаю, что я
So how does the Russian translate the improper English? I didn't like you too much, nuns neither.
не любил.
So Kyle, our sometime guest host, he said he has a Russian friend who is still waiting for us to send him the audio clips of these things, and he's pretty certain that a lot of it's gibberish. That literally, even during this translation part,
Oh, hilarious.
it's actual gibberish.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Кто же?
During this fight, I seen a lot of changing.
В течение всего этого боя я понял, что многое изменилось.
The way you
Felt
felt about me, and the way I felt
about yous.
about you.
И я почувствовал, что вы
Look
тоже.
how quiet they are. Oh, okay. I love this moment because this guy, he's looking at the Drago flag. He's a guard. He's probably, guarding something or security.
Uh-huh.
But he's taking a moment out of his duties
Sure.
to pay attention to the words of wisdom that are going in the back of his head. He's like, this is an important moment right now.
Sure. It's like the bricks of the Berlin Wall are about to come down.
Yeah.
And in here, there were two guys.
That's a great shot there, though. But here we are. Drago, he looks kind of funny here. His lips.
The makeup.
Yeah, I know, but he does look almost plastic.
Yeah.
He's so chiseled and shiny.
Killing each other. But I guess
That's better than 20 million.
better than 20 million.
Make sure
Я думаю, что это лучше, чем даже 20 миллионов долларов.
So what I was trying to say is,
Here we go.
if I can change,
Yeah.
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился.
and you can change,
Вы
Look,
можете
look, hey,
измениться.
I've always loved this moment here. So watch this.
everybody can. If I
So
can
it's a subtle moment, and we talked about this on one of our episodes, Ruben, that this is our least kind of favorite part of Rocky IV.
Mm-hmm.
The speech.
Sure.
If I can change, you can change. Everybody can change. Sure, you can also change for the worst. Change goes both ways. You could have added, if I can change my hatred towards kindness, we can all change. I know, but the idea being that change goes both ways. But we know what he meant. But check out Talia Shire and or Adrian, because remember on the stairs, a scene where Adrian told Rocky, why can't you change the way you are? Everybody else does. Like, change with the times. Because Rocky says, well, I can't change who I am, Adrian. This is who I am. This is who you marry. So that was the last thing that Rocky said to Adrian in their house before he left for Russia. Was that idea that he's never going to change. He can't change who he is. So that argument still is reverberating in both his mind, because he's speaking to the audience, but he's also speaking to Adrian.
Sure.
So there's a real subtle moment here, and let me see if you catch it. Watch Adrian's body language.
20 million.
Я думаю, что это лучше, чем даже 20 миллионов долларов.
So what I was trying to say is, that if I can change,
Now watch Adrian here.
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился.
and you can change,
Вы можете
See?
измениться.
everybody
It's a little subtle, like, you know, got her head down.
Может измениться.
Now, I don't know if it's worthy of a cheer, but... Oh,
He's breaking step.
wow. Well, if he's standing up, I guess we all have to. You better stand up or you're dead, look.
Excuse me, I just want to say one thing to my kid who should be home sleeping. Merry Christmas, kid!
Счастливо тебе Рождества, парень!
Oh.
Look at that, now he's happy.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, this is playing off, Ruben. Let's just talk. So that is the end of Rocky IV.
Wow.
We did it. Yo, Ruben, we did it.
We went the distance.
We went the distance with Rocky IV. So we want to thank you guys for watching our show on Facebook and on YouTube, for listening to us on iTunes and on our Libsyn account or Podbean or whatever app you use. We just want to say thank you guys for listening to us talk about Rocky IV for the past, it seems like a long time. This has been a long season. I think we got about 30 plus episodes on this season.
Crazy. And if you haven't left a review, don't worry. You can change.
Yes, because I've left a review on people's podcasts.
Before you're ever leaving a review.
That's right, and I changed. So if I can change,
Then you can change.
and then you can change, and everybody can change,
Yeah.
because we have we don't have a lot of listeners. Let's be honest, we just don't have a lot of listeners. Like, but we have enough that we're getting a fraction of who's listening responding to our show. So
Sure.
you guys are listening and watching. Leave us a review. Come on, like, how hard is that? I don't understand. This takes a lot of time and effort.
When
on
you
our part.
leave a review, tell us how hard it is.
Yeah, we. In fact, I want your review only to mention how hard it is to leave the review. You don't even talk about our show. So this is going to be episode 98. Episode 99, Ruben, is already recorded, and I'll tell you what that is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so episode 100, Ruben and I will be doing together. We have to, because it's episode 100. We're going to do a live recording of that. We want to make it live and interactive on our Facebook page, so be ready for that.
I'll be ready.
We want to thank our listeners during that. We want to talk about our experiences about of the podcast thus far. Just in general, what it's been like to the interviews we've done, We've gotten emails. Just so you know, Ruben, we've gotten emails from about 8 or 9 listeners
Or electronic mail.
who have expressed their love for our show.
Wow.
And we're going to read those on the air. So it's going to be a bit of a love fest, 100 episode. Before we start, episode 101, if you can believe it. Rocky 5. So we're almost there, guys. A couple more episodes to go. We're going to be talking about Rocky 5. And we are going to give the same fair, detailed treatment to Rocky 5 as we've given to Rockies 1 through 4.
It's an integral part in the story.
Yes. Without Rocky 5, we'll talk about, we would not have the next 3 films in that franchise.
We would not.
So, this has been an absolute joy to talk about Rocky 4. I love this movie. Does it have robots? Yeah. Yes. Is it silly? Yes. Is there no dialogue and no story? Yes. But I love it.
It's good.
It's my second favorite Rocky film.
My favorite music video.
It's a great music video. And I love how even in the credits room, we get a picture montage of the film that we just saw.
Yes. Black and white, so we know that it was in the past.
It was in the past. So here
Vancouver
we go.
crew.
Vancouver crew. Give it up for our local boys.
Hold on a second.
Do you know these guys?
No, we should try to reach out to some people.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, I can...
But how many Bob Ennises are there?
Yeah, Bob Ennis.
How many John Greens could there be?
Well, not very many. Camera operators, set directors, construction coordinators, gaffer. There's that key grip. Yeah.
We talked to Ben Rusty, see what he was key grip.
So there you go. Vancouver. Score and arranged, produced by Vince DiCola and Ed Frug. Orchestration arranged and conducted by Jeremy LeBuck. And additional orchestrations by Terry Doc Mahade. All right. Special thanks to Tony Papa and Casey Young. What were their special thanks, I wonder? Got Eye of the Tiger. One Way Street. When was that?
Peter Cox.
Double or Nothing. So this is the soundtrack song.
Living in America.
But hey, just remember, we interviewed No Easy Way at Robert Tepper, and we also interviewed Vince DiCola. We have reached out to Survivor, the surviving members of Survivor, a few times. They have given us a 0 response. John Cafferty will try again. These other songs, they weren't in the actual movie. They're just on the soundtrack. All right, well, I don't know. Ruben, anything further?
Ding, ding.
Yeah, but we can't stop the recording during the credits. So I mean, you got to go all the way through.
Right, I just said ding, ding.
Well, you got Metro Color. You've got these events and characters, films, and firms depicted in this photoplay are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons living or dead, or to actual firms?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Firms.
Like companies.
Oh.
Like Time Magazine or something like that, or.
All right, so protect under law. I do own this on DVD. I bought it like 4 times.
I own it on Google Play.
There you go. All right, Jane Oliver, rest in peace. All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.